Hey guys, welcome to your weekend edition Love and General reading. This is for the element of water. So if you are Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, these messages are for you for the weekend of September 27th through the 29th, 2024. So I want to thank you guys for all your love and support. Please keep in mind these are devil. These are general, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully you get some clarity. Also, if you're wanting to book a personal or private reading, be sure to email me first. If you're looking for your individual sign reading, those have moved to Patreon. Okay, so we have the overall energy as the Ten of Swords, the Two of Wands, the Two of Cups. Then we have the Six of Pentacles. Now we have the Devil, the Tower, the Eight of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. Okay. So I kind of feel that maybe you guys had some sort of plans that you wanted to move forward with, and maybe they got canceled, or, you know, there was some sort of delay or detour. Especially if maybe you were trying to travel, or maybe if you and somebody planned to meet up. In a love situation, maybe it did seem like you were planning a future together with somebody, and then, you know, it got canceled, or you're no longer making plans together. Either you just cut someone off, or they did it to you, or maybe somebody just ghosted. But it just seems like there's been no communication. Also, same thing if, you know, you lost your job, or maybe your job ended. Something that you really enjoyed. Maybe you were really enjoying your job, and, you know, something happened and it ended. It could be that you're going to be compensated for something. And it looks like you're moving towards some kind of agreement. Looks like you're making some sort of an agreement or negotiating something, but it's like locking you in, feeling locked into a contract or something. Either way, I feel that it's going to be broken up. Something or someone is being broken up, or like you're being separated. Maybe you had a relationship or a business partnership, and then outside forces just kind of come in and separate you from that. Something is going to end up forcing you to go on a new path or in a different direction. But I feel that you're going to defeat all the things that have come for you, all the obstacles. This kind of makes me think of Neo in the Matrix, where the bullets are coming at him and he just like freezes them. And it's like he's moving faster than space and time. Just something really weird happens. I kind of feel that you might experience something like that. Like everything just kind of stops at your command, or you realize that you're a powerful force, or, you know, a strong force to be reckoned with. And I kind of feel that people are looking at you or will see you as this person who came out above some sort of crisis or stood out on top. Something could have you feeling pretty powerful and illuminated. Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of seems like something is at your command, or like your will is so strong that like you can stop things from happening. Maybe you were trying to do something with your mind. You were like, I'm just going to really focus on making this happen or stopping this from happening. And then it happens and you're just like maybe surprised at yourself that you had that type of ability. Maybe in a sense you do feel like a superhero. Now, it could also be something creative going on, like maybe you're writing a story and you're just writing something that makes your antagonist look like a superhero, or maybe you are just writing yourself as the superhero of your story. People also could be surprised at you surviving through some sort of pain or surgery, or maybe because you had to endure so much pain, it just created a new identity. Like you're not the same person anymore. Like, you came out with your battle wounds and you have all these scars on you. Now, it could be both literal or figuratively, but let's say too that there's been a lot of backbiting, backstabbing, and I feel that maybe you had to undergo that to see who your enemies were, and maybe your enemies inadvertently expose themselves to you. Or something like backfired. It's making me think of, the saying like the devil is a lie. So, I don't know. Maybe something is happening where someone's true colors gets exposed. Maybe someone is also doing something extreme to take something down. I don't know. Maybe someone is being like a whistleblower. It does look like something is falling. Something that's big and powerful is falling. And whatever is falling around you or crumbling down, it just seems like you're the one still standing, even though everything around you got destroyed. Maybe you were meant to be a part of this destruction, but it didn't work out that way. It kind of makes me think of the Twin Towers, like the people who were inside and crumbled with the rubble but made it out. That's you. I don't know what's happening around you, some sort of catastrophe, but it just looks like you make it out. This is also just kind of making me think of like a battle between David and Goliath. You know, the I guess maybe the little people up against the big giant corporations, or something of that sort. And it of course looks like the bigger entity is supposed to win, but so happens that the little tiny person sees a loophole, or whatever, and is able to bring the whole giant thing falling down. So I don't know, that's what it seems like is happening in your life, or maybe that's your perspective. If you aren't meant to be in some sort of toxic relationship or toxic environment, then you'll be removed from it. Now, something was also making me feel like somebody like taking a fall. Somebody, yeah, I don't know if it's you. If you are taking a fall for something really big, or if somebody does this for you. You also might be very defensive or guarded, but because you have to be. Now, in a love situation, there could be a possibility of someone who is just so adamant about being with you that they pursue you at all cost. Like somebody pursues you to the extent that they're ruining their life. I don't know. Like there's a lot of destruction going on, all for the sake of somebody having what they want. They're like, go big or go home. So you could definitely be dealing with something that's just very transformative. And I kind of feel like whatever is happening around you is like beyond your control. Maybe you're going to want to stop it from happening, but it's like you can't. So just let it. But you're still going to come out on top, I feel. It just seems that a deal either goes bad or just falls through. But maybe it was a bad business deal in the first place. Let's say you were just getting ready to purchase a home, and right before the closing date, before it became official, something happened and destroyed that home. Maybe that home was sitting on a fault line, or maybe the house was in a disaster area and got swept under by waters or crumbled from a mountaintop. It's like, you know, hey, good for you. You know, maybe that wasn't for you. Look what almost happened to you. You know, you could have been living in that house, and then a disaster came. So yeah, it does kind of seem like maybe you're being saved. Maybe you were free falling, and like a force comes and just like pushes you or whisks you away, and then puts you on the ground. Kind of like Superman or something. Like you were falling in the air with the rest of the things that are falling down, and here comes a force that pushes you out the way and sets you down on the ground. It just seems like that is what I'm getting from your overall story here. You might be feeling like you worked so hard for something. Okay, so I'm also getting the energy of maybe someone who's maybe someone who comes off as very rigid or strict, scary, but powerful. It's possible that you find yourself standing up to this person or facing a dark entity like eye to eye. Now, this can still be representing a side of yourself, like you standing face to face with your shadow. Now, in regards to depression, I don't know, like your father, you could have inherited something from your father. Or if you have viewed your father as this person who had a lot of dark energy, or like someone very depressed, or had some sort of codependency, like maybe you're confronting your father about these things. Now I'm also getting something in regards to military or government. There's a possibility that someone is not wanting some sort of secrets to come out. Now this does also make me think of maybe someone destroying their own property to cover something up. Like somebody is like, okay, like almost like maybe somebody doing something for insurance money. Or if someone was in trouble with the law, you know, someone might be willing enough to destroy their home or their building with, you know, a fire or something, just to destroy any type of evidence of them doing anything wrong. There could be a destruction. Something could have been destroyed to cover something up on a larger scale, like, you know, something globally. So it also looks like someone's illusion is being destroyed as well. So something was an illusion, and, you know, the truth is coming out. There's going to be some sort of a big reality check. If you thought someone had the perfect relationship, it might turn out that it was a big lie, or it was all a facade. Kind of feels like something's also being revealed to you in a dream. Again, it looks like either something is being destroyed in order to actually cover something up, or whatever has been covered up is being destroyed to expose the illusion or what was inside. Also, you could have been in denial of something, or you didn't want to see something for what it was. And so, you know, at some point you have to look. It's like, look at this, like, look at what it is that you're doing, or look at the person that you're dealing with. Look at the type of work that you're doing. Like, you're being forced to see something for what it is. You also may have been trying to defend an earth sign, but realize that, you know, you can't defend this person anymore. There could be a literal dam breaking. Maybe it affects you, your job, where you live. Especially if someone does work in engineering, structural engineering. Health-wise, I feel that maybe someone is needing to get their health on track. Something could go very off balance and cause like a bad reaction in the body. Someone's blood pressure could be too high. Someone could just be doing something excessively, and then it causes like a real threat to your living situation, your heart, your life, just in general. If you are an empath and somebody's trying to tell you how they passed away, it may have been a heart attack. As far as like having enemies, it does look like your enemies are just like aiming at you. Everybody is just like shooting towards you at the same time. But it's like I said, you could be dodging a bullet or something. You could also receive some sort of unexpected news that comes as a shock, or something that is just very hurtful to hear. I almost feel like somebody could have like a near-death experience as well. Even if it's like you just stopped breathing in your sleep for, a split second. And it's just like the things that you witness within that split second before you come back might really affect how you view life after that. I feel that you are going to defeat your inner demons. I feel like you're going to defeat your enemies. If you feel that you're under spiritual attack, I just feel like you're going to come out standing. Now, there could be something literal going on with a Capricorn, especially, but could be a Taurus or Virgo. I don't know who this Capricorn is. Maybe something gets exposed about a Capricorn. You also might find yourself returning to a place that is familiar. If you're traveling, maybe you're revisiting someplace you've already been. If you're relocating, maybe you're moving back to a city that you've lived in before. And then again, it still looks like somebody's being pursued intensely. Like either you are pursuing your love interest or they're pursuing you very, adamantly. And I feel like you're also just doing something really brave. I don't know what it is, but you might do something that's very brave. This can also be as mundane as you conquering some sort of phobia that you have. Let's say you have a phobia of standing on balconies. You might go ahead and push yourself to do that this weekend, and it feel like a huge feat for you. Or if you had like a phobia of spiders and then you force yourself to just look at a spider or pick it up and move it outside, but you're looking at it and you're like, I'm not afraid. So even if this is something as mundane as defeating a phobia, you could potentially be doing that. So yeah, so let's look at some energy cards, because it looks like something pretty intense could happen for you this weekend. All right, additional messages for water signs: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You have Woman holding a heart. 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Walking away. Overall energy. Door to romance. Alright, so if talking about a love situation, maybe there is someone that you're going towards, or you're following your heart, and maybe, you know, you are taking some sort of big risk to be with the person that you love, or vice versa. Like I was saying, it almost looks like somebody is destroying their life for the sake of obtaining something that they really want. So it could be all in the name of love for you. And I'm hearing Whitney Houston's I Want to Run to You. So definitely could be some intense love matters happening. And people doing anything for love, or proving their love to you, or vice versa. Maybe somebody is like, I'm willing to leave it all for you, or I'll leave, you know, maybe somebody was already in a relationship and they're just like, I'll leave it all, I give it all up. Like somebody might be doing something that intense. Something also is being revealed to you. Maybe you're having some sort of premonition. Maybe you're being told to leave before something gets destroyed. So going back to maybe somebody living in a disaster area, it's just like, leave it all behind. It's like, I hate to leave it. Let me just grab my photos and my favorite coffee mug, and because it's sentimental, and let's go. So if you do live in a disaster area, it could be that you are having to leave it all. Or you had a premonition that tells you, like, get out before this happens. You could be seeing synchronicities of 33s and 44s. Offhand, to me, it sounds like communication and your foundation, your security blanket, something along the lines of that might be significant this weekend. And you definitely could just be dealing with matters of the heart. Someone could activate your heart chakra as well. You could experience a love that's so intense that it gives you some form of an awakening. Yeah. So again, I just feel like you're dealing with intense things for this weekend. All right, so hopefully these messages help. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.